Today I'm doing an easy, natural 10-minute makeup look with all drugstore makeup and a foundation I've been keeping a secret from you. So that's coming up next. Welcome back, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I'm really looking forward to this video today because we're doing an easy, natural 10-minute makeup look that I do so very often. You know, today I'm just hanging around the house. I worked in the garden this morning, and I maybe will go into town a little later to go to the farmer's market and pick up a few things. So I'm just going to do a real easy, natural look with just a few products, and I thought you guys might be interested in seeing how I put it together. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you'd like to be, just go ahead and click that red button down below and make sure you hit that notification bell and YouTube will give you a heads up. Today's look is one that I wear so very often because truly it takes me less than 10 minutes to put it together. And what it really does is just even out my skin tone, give me a little bit of color, brighten my eyes up a bit, and boom, I'm out the door. So I thought it would be fun to share it with you. I'm going to start today with one of my favorites, which is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. This is a primer that I've loved for quite a while. It has been replaced when I'm doing fancier makeup with the e.l.f. Putty Primer, but this for an everyday go-to look is just perfect. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand right there and just wash that really easily over my face. For eyeshadow primer, I'll be using the CoverGirl Lid Lock-Up. And I've really kind of fallen in love with this eyeshadow primer in the last few weeks. It really does a spectacular job. It's super easy to put on with this little doe foot. If you haven't tried it, you might give it a whirl. It's really a nice little product. I was working in the garden this morning. I live right on the coast, right on the ocean in Northern California. It's been so sunny and beautiful and almost warm, hot. The last few weeks. It's just glorious. Generally, this is what we call August here on the coast. It's generally fogged in and, you know, very cozy and moist and wet, but we just had some really sunny days. So I was over working in the garden this morning and just loved it. I've got some tomato plants that are doing well and my cucumbers are great. So that's kind of my happy place. Where's your happy place? Make sure you comment down below. I'd love to hear, you know, what you do that just makes you feel so good inside. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I generally start with my eyes, but because today's look is so simple, I'm going to do the face first and then work into the eyes. I'm going to be using a BB cream today that I haven't shared in one of my videos, and this product is really truly one of my absolute favorites, and I never talk about it. This is from Misha, and it is their Perfect Cover BB cream, and truly it's one of the best foundations I've ever come across. I had heard about it from Jessica at Jam Beauty a while ago and picked it up and have been so very impressed. So we'll be using that today, and I'm just going to squirt it out a small amount on the back of my hand. That's probably even a little bit too much, but we'll go ahead and jump in. And then I just dab it over my face, and when this particular foundation comes out, it has sort of a gray tint. But it really shears out into a beautiful color, so don't let that deter you. I'm just going to take my foundation brush and start blending that in. I'm really surprised that more people don't talk about this foundation. It really is that good. Now that I have that foundation all worked over my skin with my foundation brush, I go back in with a beauty blender and just sort of smooth it out. Something about a beauty blender just gives any foundation, I think, just such a beautiful satin finish, and I really like the look when I finish up with a beauty blender. For concealer today, I'll be using the CoverGirl True Blend. This is a nice little concealer. I think it's really going to become quite a classic. It has a huge doe foot applicator. I don't use that because heavens knows I don't need that much concealer. So I just take a little flat brush, put a little bit on my brush, and just start putting it right in the areas of my eye that I have those dark circles. You can see that I have, you know, pretty significant bags and dark circles under my eye. So I try to use just as little product as possible to really counteract those colors, but then not so much that it's going to accentuate the texture underneath my eyes. And then again, I like to go back in with a beauty blender and just tap that out and give it kind of a nice satin finish. I don't think I mentioned earlier, but I did my eyebrows off camera, and I'm wearing just a little bit of the Milani Keep It Full lip gloss on my lips just to give myself some moisture while I do my makeup. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder and just put a little bit on this angle brush here, tap it off, and then set my under eye concealer. I'm going to jump in with bronzer now, and I'm using the Wet n Wild Sunset Striptease. This is a bronzer that was recommended to me by my good friend Jeannie over at Get This Glowing, and ever since the first time I've used it, I've used nothing else, so I absolutely love it. Just gonna put a little bit on a big fluffy brush, start defining my face with that. I always like to start with my bronzer in my hairline in case there's too much product on my brush or the bronzer is a wrong color, and that way I don't end up with a whole lot of color or that I don't want in the middle of my face. Next, I'm going to go in with the Milani Luminoso blush. This is such a soft, pretty color. It has just a little bit of sparkle to it. So it's a great, easy, natural makeup day look. And I like to just make sure that I put that on the outside of my cheeks, kind of giving myself a little facelift while I put my blush on. Then I go back in with my big fluffy brush and just smooth things out. You can see how quickly this look is coming together. It just really takes no time at all. It really gives such a nice, pretty glow to your skin. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to go back into the bronzer, and I'm going to take a crease brush that I've got, just dip it into that bronzer real quick, and just wash that over the lid, right up into the crease. I'm going to take a larger brush now and then just blend that bronzer color in across my eyelid so that it has a real smooth appearance. I got this crease brush in my BoxyCharm box, and it's so big I didn't know what to use it for because it's much too big for a standard crease brush for me. And one of my viewers said it works great as a blending brush, and by golly, it really does. So thank you so much for making that suggestion. It really is a wonderful blending brush. To finish up the eyes, I'm going to go back into my Brulee from Wet n Wild. This is such a little staple. These are tiny, tiny little eyeshadow palettes, and gosh, they're just a few dollars at the drugstore, and I use this almost every day. It's just one of those perfect creamy blendy colors. I like to use it underneath my eyebrow just for a little highlight up there. To set my complexion, I'm going to be using the Becca Hydra Mist. I actually got this in my BoxyCharm, and by golly, I'm just in love with it. This product is amazing. I've tight lined my eyes and curled my eyelashes. Now I'm going to go in with the Essence Sculpting Volume Mascara. I love this stuff. If you haven't picked it up, give it a try. It's only $5 and it's really a fabulous mascara. Because this is an easy, natural look today, I'm only going to do one coat of mascara, but can you see how full and long that Essence mascara makes the lashes look? Isn't that beautiful? For lips, I'm going to go in with a new lipstick. I think I have a little lipstick buying problem, you guys. This is Romantic Rose from Maybelline, and oh, I just love it. It's such a beautiful, soft and neutral. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'm going to line my lips with my tiny little NYX pencil that I really still need to order new pencils. I just haven't got around to it yet. Oh, maybe I'll do it this weekend. Everything's on sale. Isn't that the prettiest natural color? I just think it's such a pretty neutral. Here we have our easy, natural 10-minute makeup look. I just love this look. It's so easy to do. It only takes a few products, and it's just a beautiful, glowy finish that I think is so very flattering. I hope you enjoyed it too. It was fun doing this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell. And YouTube will give you a heads up when there's something new for you to watch. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Thank you again for stopping by. It always just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. Make it a great day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.